Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we dey bring you back-to-back update on what is happening. Last, it don't cast. Everybody go still chop breakfast. The Igbo politicians that refused to speak for Mazen Nandekano when he was, speaking, saying, revealing everything that is happening. And these people felt that MNK is just making noise, he's just blabbing. Now it has reached their turn. The Northerners and the Westerners, Yorubas and the North has shared the national cake and left them out. And now they are crying. I will play the video for you so that you will see where Ifeanyi Oba is crying. All these politicians, then they refuse to help their brother. They refuse to come out to speak because of their brother. And they think that the Fulani man or the Hausa man, Yoruba man will start clapping for them because you killed your brother. They are the one that sold MNK out. Yes, they are the one. All these politicians, when everything was happening, speak for your own brother, your blood, speak for him. Even though he did not speak publicly, speak in secret, they refuse. Now, the people that they are dancing, serving, has shared the national cake. And they did not add them now. They are crying. They are shedding tears. They don't cast. Last. Now everybody go chop breakfast. Shayo. You know, when Osiba just sang this song, they don't understand what was coming on. But now, they tell them say Nigeria no be for you, they think say na lie. Now it has happened to them. Nigeria has happened to the politicians, Igbo politicians. Watch this video and view it yourself. Share your view yourself.
Strong and kicking. Fantastic. Maybe campaign and then a lot of things. All right, great. How do you react to the APC's position tonight? They've made it known that they want Godswill Akpabio and they want Barao Jibrin, some of your colleagues, and they've said it's not only about zoning, but they've named names now. Okay, I mean, we've received that information. We made a statement yesterday. We came out from a meeting of our caucus and we made a statement. And we have also continued consulting. We are in the opposition party. And I think by consultation, we may be able to find a position that will be a win-win situation for each and every one of us. But for me and for our people from the Southeast, we are still very strong, contesting for the office of the Senate President of Nigeria, for the 10th Senate. That is our position till now. So maybe in the course of consultation, we'll continue to update Nigerians of our position. But for today, for now, I'm still in this studio. The position of the Southeast Caucus is that we are going to contest for the Senate, 10th Senate President of... Against the position of the ruling APC? That is our position for now. Who are those running in the Southeast? We have Oju Zokalo, we have Osita Izunaso, and then we have another gentleman, Senator Patrick. And then we are all trying to see how we can, come to present one candidate. And for now, we are still consulting. That is the position of the Southeast Caucus. If you've heard some of the arguments and debates from members of the APC who said, look, you have to give it to those zones and part of the country that gave the APC their votes in the presidential election, perhaps the reason behind the zoning of the APC. What do you have to say to that? Well, every vote matters. Without every part of Nigeria contributing to the voting content, we wouldn't have had the number of results we have. So we shouldn't. There's a lot of things in terms of trying to zone. After the presidential election, I think equity demands that we'll sit down and then look at every region, because we are talking about Nigeria. Nigeria is not divided on who brings the vote and who doesn't bring the vote. And even those who have been accused, or if the way you have presented it, those who didn't bring the vote, are we not part of Nigeria? But this is politics. No, it is politics.
But politics demand also that you need to look at the problems and the marginalizations and things people have been saying.
Why do you think that a Southeasterner should be Senate President?
Because the Southeasterner needs it. We need it in order to balance the equation.
I thought it was a presidency that the Igbo people wanted.
Yeah, we wanted the president, we didn't get the president, and we want to have the senior president.
On what guy? Is it just because...
You see, we are coming from a zone that has been badly marginalized, and that is what every Nigerian knows today. Part of what you saw that happened during the presidential election is part of this agitation that people decided to show, you know. And I think if we call ourselves one nation, one people, then we should at least put the balance very well, you know, equate it so that every region will have a sense of belonging.
Because we're talking about the politics amongst 109 senators, 360 House of Representatives. This is just a little number compared to the interest of a larger 200 million people who will be coming to the interest of the Nigerian people, because we're just talking about presiding officers' robot. The average Nigerian will be asking, what does it benefit him or her? But before I get into that, I mean, if you look at the history of the National Assembly in this Fourth Republic, look at the from 1999, there is no single state in the Southeast that has not produced a Senate president. And if you look at it, they would say, just for a moment, the politics of the National Assembly, again, after having the likes of Kenny Namani, Pius Ayim, Chuba Kadibo, and the rest who have become Senate president, all the time that President Obasanjo was president, you had an Ike Ekweremadu who for 12 years, during the time of the former Senate President Saraki and his predecessor, he was the Deputy Senate President. So there are those who argue that the Igbo man has had his fair share in the leadership of the National Assembly. How do you react to that?
Well, people can say about things they don't understand, but if we go into the dynamics of their stay, the elongations, you will know that, yes, we have not really had. What was it? Did we have a very free tenure during these times we are talking about? The answer is no. Do you understand me? And we are talking about the present situation in this country, how we are going to balance the equation in this country and bring tranquility to the country. We are looking at the president coming from the southwest, and then the Senate deputy president coming from the northeast, and it demands that the Senate president should be given to the southeast, or should be zoned to the southeast, or fairly zoned it to the south. The only problem we are having is consultation. And even if there was a very robust consultation among the people from the south by the ruling party, we can now come, maybe we'll come, and then at the end of the day say, okay, we want to give it back to the south-south. But there was no consultation. It is like there's nothing you people can do.
Is that how you guys see it?
That's the way we find it.
That's how you have been
treated.
There's
nothing there's nothing.
You are even being marginalized in the National Assembly. That's how you see it.
In the zoning by the ruling party, that is the way we are seeing it. You know, and not that we don't have human. I mean, Oju Zokalo has competency. Osta Izunaso has competency, and they have all served in the ruling party in the very strong positions in the past. As a former governor and then former organizing secretary of the ruling party. You know, they deserve to be given opportunity to be the Senate president of Nigeria. So they have also contributed their own quota towards building of the ruling party. Well, and so all of us in the opposition party, we are supporting the position of the Southeast.
The game is a game of the ruling party because they are in the majority. And the rule of the Senate says that you have to give it to them to be able to determine how it goes. But now that the APC had made its position known that they want Godswill Akpabio from the South-South, what is your next line of action?
The next line of action is for us to go back to the drawing board and then present it to our people, because this happened today. We'll present it to our people and then we'll take a position.
What kind of position will be acceptable to the Southeast senators?
Nothing is cast on stone. Every dialogue is very important. Consultation is very important in politics. I mean, if we are going without anything, then we need to ask ourselves, are we part of Nigeria? So let us have good consultation from the ruling party If they think that we don't deserve to be the president of the Senate, then they then come and tell us what is for us.
Out of the 4 presiding officer roles, 1 has gone to the Southeast. Is that enough to placate the Southeastern lawmakers?
Well, I think about some few minutes or few hours ago, we have almost half of the contestants of the House of Reps, coming together, trying to form an alliance on who will be. I don't think some of these things will be fair to us, those of us that has contested the election. You know how it is to get into to be voted in. So one of the things that is very important is you don't just enforce these things to people that are so independent, and we have our political parties, we have our stakeholders, we have people from our region that have sent us to National Assembly. You don't just come and enforce. There should be a consultation. We are all matured politicians in this country. There should be a proper consultation. I think the ruling party did not get it right in just...
you think it's going to backfire?
I don't know.
A similar Saraki, Tambuwal scenario could play out?
Sure, you won't get words from me, but I don't know.
If you are not happy, if you say you are not consulted...
The politics of the Senate is a different ballgame, honestly speaking. The politics of the Senate is a different ballgame. It needs proper consultation. And that is what I think the only...
Are you warning the APC about this?
Well, I have said it yesterday. I was in another television station. I said it. There should be a proper consultation. Now that they have made their position known to Nigerians, thank God we took our position before they made their statement. So we'll go back to the drawing board. And
Senator Fayumba, let me allow you to listen to one of your colleagues who is coming into the National Assembly from the Southeast. This is Senator Dave Umahi, who literally was conceding to the position of the party and that of Bola Tinubu. Take a listen to Senator Dave Umahi.
My brother came on consultation with me, but yesterday I saw the president-elect on his invitation, and he told me that he's already committed, and he said, please don't run. And I accepted, and I stepped down for my brother, Senator Babio. He's my consensus candidate.
Yeah, okay. Now, good. Okay, beside you is one of the...
Yeah, that's it. So I also stepped down for him as the deputy Senate president. So I stepped down for 2 of them.
I've always said, Inshallah, the will of God will be done in Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Senator Fayumba, how do you react to that?
Well, technically, when you listen to my brother, His Excellency Dave Umahi, he said that the candidate came to him. He said also that the president-elect invited him. That's 2 things. He came to him for consultation, and the president invited him. Now, the question is this. Have Godswill Akpabio come to the Southeast Caucus? I am aware he has seen the Southwest Caucus. Can you take it back to him and ask him if he had seen the Southeast Caucus?
If he consults with you without doubts,
has we been asked to come to, maybe on the invitation of the ruling party or on the invitation of the president-elect, and then please help me to achieve this. This is what I have also for you people. I mean, we came to the National Assembly from different platforms, and we shouldn't be treated like nobody. That is it. We shouldn't be treated like nobody. And it's becoming a decimal for people to always, abuse people of Southeast in this manner. That should stop.
What do you do about it?
Well, we can't say what we'll do, but we will see the end of the game, how it will be.
I mean,
the most important thing, there's nothing, nobody's having anything against the president-elect. He's a nice gentleman. He's a good man. But in this, we don't know the politics that played that, gave room for this, because he shouldn't even be part of this in the first place. Even though, yes, he needs to have a good Senate that he will work with. But he shouldn't have come in so quick. And for my brother, His Excellency Dave Umahi, that just he gave a statement a day, and then after a day, he was consulted, and the people came to him, and the president called him, and then he gave up. Okay, that's good. In politics, maybe they gave him the right words for him alone, but not for the people of Southeast.
Let me then ask you, some Nigerians, they are disenchanted by the manner, the conduct of the National Assembly generally, in what they think they get from the National Assembly in terms of representation, in terms of the benefit of governance to them. There are those who have even given a thumbs down for you people in the National Assembly, thinking that you have not done well by Nigerians, and in the interest of Nigerians is little or no concern to you people. The legislative agenda, the interest of Nigerians, do you people even consider it as ultimate and primary?
So, many people in the National Assembly have, the way they work, the pattern they decide to choose to work for, the benefit and the interest of this country. So, if you ask me one simple question, and I will ask you, go to National Assembly, go and ask today Nigeria economy, what I singly brought into the table. I raised the motion that gave birth to the Deep Offshore Act, that is giving Nigerian government to the 800 billion naira annually, and something that was petitioned over 20 years ago. And I brought the motion